Ladies and gents, welcome back to the good old Hamm Planet Podcast. We're here, we're fired up, and we're happy to see you. All right, run the clip.
I got pushed in the fire, but it's okay because we're national champions. Let's fucking go, baby! It was one of the most debaucherous scenes I've ever seen in my life. We saw all kinds of couches being burned. Any street you drove down, really, everything was on fire. Waco was on fire.
Why? Shall we head to my favorite planet in the galaxy? The planet of good vibes. 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 It's time!
All right.
I love humanity. I think it's great.
It's all good, man. I think the word you're searching for is Space Ranger.
The Hamm Planet Podcast.
Stick around.
Hallelujah, ladies and gents, boys and girls, brothers and sisters, friends and family. It's your man Pete here, checking on in real quick to do a little commencement for 2022. We've got a wonderful year ahead of us, and I hope everyone has a wonderful year ahead of them. I hope they're feeling good. I hope life is good, and I hope you continually strive to set the bar high in all realms of your life in 2022. Whatever you do, whatever you love, be the best you can be, and whatever you love it like there's no tomorrow. Those are a few of my words of wisdom. Guys, one thing I also do want to share in regards to the podcast is that one thing that I've really learned is that there's so much value in asking the questions that you don't have the answers to. And it's something that's extremely valuable nowadays. And through each of you and each of the guests and the listeners and people who have, been a part of the podcast, they've really shown me that. And I just want to echo that message. If you have someone who you need to ask a question to, go ahead and ask. Because if you don't ask, the answer is going to be no matter what it may be. Also, ladies and gents, if there's one thing you could do to really help the podcast and to get the year started with a hoorah, you could definitely share this with 5 people and let them know they should subscribe to support the show, because we'd appreciate that. And we're trying to catch Rogan, so we got to be coming out of the gates 2022 pipe steaming hot. Scooting and booting right along. I also will give a little preface on our guest today. Our guest today, ladies and gents, is Mr. Griffin Maat from good old Houston, Texas. He's a great friend, great brother. He actually came to Baylor the year after I graduated. So when I was captain of the Baylor rugby team, Griffin was a high school All-American rugby player at the time, highly touted recruit. Him and I got to know each other pretty well then, went to some of his games, was in touch with him. We wanted him to come to Baylor. And long story short, Griffin ended up coming to Baylor. He actually lived in the Lone Star Mansion, which is the exact same household I lived at. And he kept that tradition rolling strong. He was also a collegiate All-American rugby player. He's a pre-med student at Baylor. He's got some big things in his future. He's a one-of-a-kind character. He's courageous. He's a weight room warrior. And his spirit animal is a lion. And if there is a movie about his life, the name of that movie would be The Dukes of Hazzard, which we won't hit him for copyright infringement, but hope that gives you a little sneak peek on Griff. And the last thing I'll note is that, as you guys know, and some of you may know, the Hamm Planet Podcast is a one-man operation right now. Whew, it's a lot. But as mentioned, we got a big year ahead of us in 2022. So we will be making some moves to grow the team, reach out to new guests, really take the show to the next level. So if you have any ways you believe you can help the show, contribute to the show, if you have guest recommendations, if you have feedback, anything along those lines that you feel will continually propel the show. Absolutely would love to discuss it with you. Reach out and let's make it happen. 2022 will go down in the history books as the year the Hamm Planet Podcast took off to the moon. With that being said, ladies and gents, we are back to the show.
Hey, she say, do you love me? I tell her only partly. I only love my bed and my mom. I'm sorry. 50 dub, I even got it tatted on me.
Are blasting off into the galaxy of good vibes in the proximate 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Top of the morning, folks. Good afternoon and good evening, ladies and gents. Welcome to the Hamm Planet Podcast. I'm your host, Peter Hamm, and I am absolutely hyped to have you here tonight, ladies and gents. To preface the show, we're all about three things. Simple as that. Good vibes, great people, and glorious stories. And we appreciate you guys listening, watching, viewing, and subscribing. And if you ain't subscribed, you got to spank the good old subscribe button because we appreciate her. Ladies and gents, it's 2022, and we are going to come out of the gates pipe steaming hot. It's a big year. It's a big year. It's a big year. And I said it 3 times because it's big. Ladies and gents, we're taking it to the next level this year. We are bringing the heat. And to get the year started, ladies and gents, we have a brotherin who is unlike none otherin on the show tonight. He is an All-American rugby player. He comes from H-Town, H-Tizown to you Drizown, what's Gucci. He's on the Dean's list. And
We try.
He is the one and only Griffin Maat. Let's give it up, ladies and gents. Fire me up.
Thank you for having me, Peter.
Griffin, how you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling fantastic. You know, this is the first time I've ever been on a podcast, and I didn't think in my lifetime I would be on one. But it was such an honor to be on the Hamm Planet Podcast to kick off 2022 with guns.
Absolutely. Brother, couldn't agree more. We're starting off 2022 stronger than ever. And very excited that we're finally making this happen. I know we've been talking about it for a long time. And now it's prime time.
Here's to you, ladies and gents. Thank you for tuning in.
Here's to you, ladies and gents. Thank you. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you are, whether it's the morning, afternoon, midnight, 3 a.m., 5 a.m., 3 p.m., whatever time it is, we appreciate you tuning in. And we guarantee we're going to give you not only a good show, but a great show tonight. And with that being said, brother, we're going to come out of the gates with a new segment called Who Would Win? Okay?
Let's hear it.
The Who Would Win segment is simple. It's a bare knuckle fight, no weapons. Anything outside of that, up for interpretation. And it's X versus Y.
Okay.
Okay? So, first one on the docket is Elon Musk versus Jeff Bezos.
See, Elon Musk has that sort of crazy to him to where you know that guy is into some fucked up shit.
I agree.
Yeah. Jeff Bezos.
He's on a lot of testosterone. Have you seen? He's got so veiny lately.
Has he really? You've been following up with Jeff Bezos?
Oh yeah. I mean, he's the number one. I mean, he owns Amazon, brother. I mean,
Yeah.
I see him on the tabloids, on the old Google.
So I believe that Elon Musk would beat Jeff Bezos hand-to-hand combat,
Yep.
but Jeff Bezos would beat Mark Zuckerberg in hand-to-hand combat.
I give you that. I was thinking about putting Zuck in here, but who knows? Might get canceled if I throw his name in. And I mean, of course, Zuck. You put him in a tussle. he's dust, buddy.
Yeah.
He's
You
mashed potatoes, softer than 10 ply. Just,
You think he's a human?
I honestly don't. Funny that you asked that, because I don't.
It's got to be a skin suit. I mean, I believe with what he's been able to do with Facebook has allowed him to create any kind of AI to where he can show himself as a human.
Yeah. I mean, I watched his presentation video of the metaverse and Facebook changing their name to Meta. Every single comment said, "Oh my gosh, this guy's not a human. Oh my gosh, this is like, makes me want to go outside and go on a hike and like go smell the roses. This shit is horrible." Like, it gave me faith in humanity, but it showed me that Mark, he's a lizard.
Mark Zuckerberg, certified creep, not human, officially 100% guaranteed. You've heard it here first.
You've heard it here, folks. You have heard it here first, ladies and gents. And with that being said, we're scooting and booting right along to the next who will win question. Goku versus Superman. Who do you got?
Goku. I think Superman is a bitch.
Is he? I mean, Superman can survive in space, though.
Fair enough.
Can Goku survive in space?
I'll be honest with this. I didn't watch Goku, and I've never seen a Superman movie.
Well, brother, you got a general overlying concept. I mean, Superman shooting lasers out of his eyes. Goku is doing,
you know what?
Super Saiyan.
Tell me,
Kamehameha.
Tell me their three best. Tell me the three best things that they have. The three best advantages in the fight, and I'll give my answer off of that.
Brother, we'll start with Superman. Superman can fly.
Okay.
Superman can shoot lasers out of his eyes. And there's no in particular order. I'm not a Superman scholar, not a Superman connoisseur. Much more of a Batman guy. But third thing is that he can go travel in space.
Okay.
Okay, so that's Goku.
Pretty strong three.
Goku. He can go Super Saiyan, which...
I know what that is.
And then there's another level above that.
Super Saiyan?
I think there's multiple levels to the Saiyage. And then he can shoot his power through his hands. I'm not big into either of them, but they're both intense. Good guys.
So three hand powers versus a guy who can fly in outer space with lasers.
Correct.
I'm going to go with Goku.
I think Goku too. Because I think Goku has the ability to destroy anything with his, when he goes Super Saiyan. Just goes nuts. All right. Scooting and booting right along to the animal kingdom. Lion versus bear.
Well, see, that's a conflicting topic for me.
I know it is, brother.
I never want to say a lion wouldn't be the dominant aggressor in a fight. But I guess it can boil down to what kind of bear are we talking? Is it just a general bear, or black bear, grizzly bear?
Let's go grizzly, and I will just preface this question for the audience. Brother, your spirit animal is in fact a lion, ladies and gents. Griffin Maat's spirit animal is a lion. You can see it on his shirt. You watch it on YouTube or Spotify. You can see this beautiful lion. It's a great lion, by the way, brother.
Get it at Walmart. $8.
Bro, Walmart goes hard.
Yep.
Walmart goes hard. Every time I go there in the clothes section, I'm just like, why would I ever buy anything fancy?
So every time I go to Walmart, anytime I need something, I will always go and look at the shirt section because they always have something good.
Just $6 bangers.
Yep.
Every time. Brother, so you love the lion. It's your spirit animal. It's also, I'm a Leo. I'm not a huge astrologist, but I know a lot of people are, and that's what I am. Are you?
I'm an Aquarius. I was born in February.
Okay. Brother, love to see it.
Yeah.
And then we've got,
I'm sure Leos are great.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm not an astrologist. I'm not gonna be an astrologist if I'm not an astrologist. But also, brother, so that's my sign. That's your spirit animal. And we are also Baylor Bears. And we have shed blood, sweat, tears, everything for the Bears. So we got an intense question here. I'm going to tell you that.
Well, see, that kind of changes the stipulations on this.
Were you thinking about all those factors?
No, I hadn't considered any of them.
Glad to bring them
to be honest, Peter, I wasn't prepared for this question. You've kind of caught me in a box. I'm going to have to say the bear would win in this fight, as much as it pains me.
I think...
How are you going to stop a bear?
A bear is a grizzly bear. A grizzly bear, savage.
Grizzly bears are the scariest bears. Besides maybe a polar bear.
Or a Kodiak.
A Kodiak bear. All bears are fucking scary. What are you going to do if you see a bear in nature? What do you think your immediate reaction would be?
Are the Baylor Bears grizzly bears, though? Real quick, and then I'll answer that.
I think we're black bears. I'm not 100% though.
I hope we're grizzly.
I don't think we're grizzly because they have black bears at the sanctuary.
Yeah, but I think that's for, I mean...
It really looks like a grizzly bear in the picture. It's a brown,
you don't want to
big
cage
bear.
up a grizzly bear. I think that's maybe why. What do you think?
Cage up a grizzly bear? I mean...
You don't want to put that thing in a cage.
No.
No. Let it be wild. To answer your question, my first reaction, if I ran into a bear... So believe it or not, brother, I've actually ran into a wild bear in the wild. I was hiking in Glacier National Park, which is in Montana and in Canada, technically. It's in both.
Shout out to Canada.
Shout out to Canada. Shout out to Montana. Love Montana. Big sky country. And, brother, saw 3 bears at once.
Just along your path, or what was going on?
So I was out for a expedition hike, 126 miles. Like, this was a lot. And on the last day, we saw the bear. And we didn't have any food. So we just stood still. Like a mine.
Do you know what kind of bear you ran into?
Grizzly.
Grizzly bear? They say you're supposed to lay on the ground when you see a grizzly bear.
Bro, I was so like... You know me when I'm hungry. I just go, I'm stupid. I can't even think straight. I just think, need fuel. So I just saw this bear and I just went.
And how'd the bear react?
Didn't kill me.
Okay.
Kept scooting and booting right along, went on to its honey hole, and
the rest is history with that.
Yeah.
Well, that's a scary fucking story, man.
It was actually pretty scary.
Yeah, because those are the kind of things that you don't know how you would react.
Right.
You think about those hypotheticals often, and you're like, yeah, okay, like I'd probably be able to keep myself composed and get out of there and be smart about it. But you get put in that situation without any expectations of it, man, it is so surprising how you would react.
It is. It goes, one thing I feel like it goes to show is like, if you want to be like someone who's a bear guy, you have to train. I mean, it's hard to even train for that. Like, how do you know how you're going to react? Because when you see it, it's just a flood of different, oh shit, I'm going to get eaten. Oh, there's a bear. Oh, I'm in the wild. Oh, what's going on? You know?
Yeah.
Bears, scary animal, brother. Brother, scooting and booting right along to our next question on who would win list. Terminator versus Rambo.
So, I've seen all the Terminators up to this point. I have not seen any of the Rambos. I would not mess with Sylvester Stallone in the 80s, but with that being said,
Trimbalone.
Yeah. With that being said,
yeah,
Arnold Schwarzenegger has been able to make himself an icon just through bodybuilding and being an absolute unit in nature. Got a strongman show named after him where the biggest guys in the world go and compete for this.
Well, bodybuilding competition.
With that and some AI advances, Terminator all day.
Terminator
all day.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of old school versus new school.
Mm-hmm.
Terminator's a roided out robot. Rambo's just an old American Savage.
Yep. Machine gun by the hip.
Yep. The old tie around the... I love his hair thing.
It's awesome.
The headband.
It's so cool.
I love to see it.
Yeah.
I really do. Rambo fan?
I haven't seen Rambo.
Well, I mean, no one has, but...
I'm a Rambo fan.
Right,
I'd say. Yeah.
I don't think anyone's actually... I mean, I've seen a few... I mean, I've seen, the battle scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't he just fighting on his own pretty much the whole movie? He's just walking around. Does he not have people that fight with him? He's
got a few, but they get dusted from what I've seen. If you've seen Rambo, tell us your favorite scene. All right, ladies and gents, we'd appreciate that. We'll look it up. We'll give you a shout out for it.
Shout out Rambo. Shout out Sylvester Stallone. Hope you're kicking in. Hope you're watching the Hamm Planet Podcast.
I honestly hope he is. I love him. Great guy.
We gotta tag him.
We'll tag him. We'll tag you in here. Old Sly Dog. Okay, brother. Next question. Who would win? Logan Paul versus Jake Paul. The Paul brothers.
No.
Boxing it out. Dueling it out.
It'd have to be Jake Paul. I mean, he seems like the more proficient wrestler. I mean, not wrestler. More proficient boxer. And I can only go off of what I've seen. I don't think any of them are really legitimate. And I think that both of them have been able to coerce their way into paying their opponents more to die for it. And I stand by it. I really think that happens.
You really think that?
You are going to tell me that you're going to put Jake Paul in the same ring with Floyd Mayweather, who is 50-0.
Logan.
Okay, you're going to put Logan in. That's even a better case. He was the one who lost to KSI, that YouTuber, right? So he lost to him. And regardless of it being an exhibition match, yeah. Logan Paul went 8 rounds with Floyd Mayweather.
I respect it.
And he didn't knock him out. I respect it. I don't think
it's real.
No, I don't think it's real. I don't think that he is a no talent nobody. Obviously he looks pretty.
He's an athlete.
He looks experienced in the ring. He looks like he knows how to move, and he moves pretty naturally. And he's had some impressive KOs, which they're hard to argue with.
Jake.
Yeah.
Jake. Yeah.
They go back. They're the same thing. They're the Pauls. They're fighting the same fights.
They're definitely different.
They flip a coin on who gets to fight next and who gets to be the big name. But
honestly, I think
Floyd Mayweather, 50-0.
Jake's a good fighter.
He's a good fighter, but you're telling me that Floyd Mayweather, a professional fighter, is not going to knock him out within 3 rounds? You're kidding me. That's just not the truth. That's not the case for this.
I think I think Floyd's a little boy. Floyd's a little baby boy. I mean, he's an old. Oh, he's not a baby boy, but he's small.
He's very small.
He's small.
He's small. That's fine and everything. That means he wouldn't be able.
Bro, he's like do you know how big he is?
No, he's
massive.
He's like 5'6", 5'7", like 140 to 150. He's not heavy at all.
Don't get me wrong, he's a legend.
Yeah.
But I mean,
have you seen videos of him on YouTube hitting these bags and seeing his punching power recorded? I mean, he would break. It's
impressive.
He would break either of our jaws. Maybe not. Actually, I mean, we're pretty big.
Hey, we dust Mayweather.
Would you? All right. No compensation or anything besides hospital bills being paid for. Would you take a punch from Floyd Mayweather or Mike Tyson?
No.
Or Mike Tyson? You got to pick one.
No hospital bills?
No, hospital bills are compensated for, but you get no money else.
I don't want no. God, I need money. I need $100,000.
To say you ate a punch from one of the legends?
I don't take pride in that. I wouldn't. I don't want that.
Okay. All right. Let's say $100,000 is on the line. Fair enough. Who would you rather take the punch from?
Floyd.
Would you rather get knocked out by Floyd than by Mike Tyson?
Yeah. Floyd's not a knockout artist.
They both knock you out with this punch.
Yeah, but I feel like if Mike Tyson gives you one of his haymakers, you're taking a long nap.
Have you seen those videos of him hitting the bag recently?
Oh yeah,
it's insane.
Bro, he's still in great shape.
Mid-50s. He is a physical specimen.
I love Tyson. I love how he's bounced back.
And now a word from our sponsors.
Howdy there, ladies and gents. It's your good friend, Commercial Break Peter, here to let you know that today's episode is brought to you by Unify Commerce. Say it with me now, Unify Commerce. Yes, guys, that is spelled UNIFI commerce.com. Guys, Unify is in fact my company, and I thought I'd go ahead and plug them on here so you guys can know a little bit of what I do outside of having a great time on the podcast. Guys, Unify is a social technology company that simply helps other companies take their social presence to the next level. Simple as that. And the primary service I want to highlight is professional video creation. Guys, if your company is in need of an exceptional video that shows what you do, why you do it, how you do it, and why it is so valuable, then Unify is here to help. And Unify can create an exceptional advertisement that can really help build awareness and drive sales for your company. We have been in business since the summer of 2018, and helping businesses grow and capitalize on the opportunities that social presence can offer is something we love to do. So if you need a next level video, you need a next level team on your side, and that is Unify. So guys, go ahead and visit unifycommerce.com if you want to learn more. And if you want to inquire about working with us, simply go to the Work With Us tab, and we would love to connect. Anyways, y'all, back to the show. Ladies and gents, welcome back to the good old Hamm Planet Podcast. We're here, we're fired up, and we're happy to see you. Griff, how you feeling? How you doing?
I'm feeling all right, Peter. Feeling ambitious about the new year. I'm ready to get things rolling. You know, we're moving in a serious direction.
I like that. Serious direction. Speaking of serious directions, we've got the NFL playoffs coming, hop, skipping, and jumping around the corner. You know, I'm not in high spirits because of what had occurred last week to my team. But why don't we talk a little NFL? Why not? Huh?
Yeah,
we're two guys. We like football. So we got the first matchup: the LA Rams versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers and old Tommy Brady. Who you got?
I got the Bucs.
Score.
I'm going to say 27-24. It's going to be a really close game. I think that Tom Brady is composed in the playoffs. I think there's going to be really no stopping him if he is able to at least play with some of the receivers that he has on his court. Is Chris Godwin? No, he's out for the season. Is Mike Evans back?
Yeah,
he's playing.
Yeah.
And Leonard Fournette is still out. So I think with Tom Brady's offense and pretty healthy defense against the Rams, I don't think Matthew Stafford is going to be able to step up at that level. You know,
it's tough. It's an uphill battle.
He has one playoff win. Tom Brady has 35 playoff wins.
Damn.
You can do the math with it. Yeah, 35 playoff wins.
It's a lot of playoff wins.
Yeah, some people don't even have 35 career wins. He's doing that in the playoffs.
He's
44. He's 44 doing that.
He's incredible. I think we can all agree on that. Tom Brady, incredible guy.
Yeah, he was made in the lab.
He's doing something right.
Doing something.
Yeah. No doubt about that.
And need to get on his yoga regimen.
Yeah.
It must work. I wonder what kind of vitamins he takes.
Oh, he's got his book, TB12.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The affordable brand of Tom Brady.
Yep.
Yeah. Marketing it for everyone. I think that's a good idea. People laughed at Shaq whenever they're wearing those.
Bro, Shaqs were huge.
Yeah, they were huge.
Huge.
Like $15.
$20 a pop.
Yeah. Walmart.
Sure.
Yeah.
Give me one pair of the black, one pair of the white.
Pairs.
Yeah,
give me two pairs.
Give me two pairs. I'll wear one shoe and I'll wear the other. You ever do that? I did that with the Marburys.
I think I did that in middle school one time, and
yep.
I thought it would look cool, but
that's where I was.
It was.
Yep.
It was
yep.
early. It was early on discouraged, and I
regretted
it. The rest of the day, I put my feet under the desk.
Brother, I feel you. Yeah. I've been there. I did that twice. I did that with the Marburys. I did that with some fat farms back in the day. Ooh, not a good look.
One time I painted my shoes and I wore them to school and I got the same reaction. It's like, why did you do that? And they were brand new. My dad was so pissed.
Brother, what did you paint them to look like?
I just put paint kind of all over, kind of Andy Warhol'd it. Just some orange there.
Was it beautiful?
Yellow here. No, it was horrible. It looked like dog shit.
You didn't like it?
No, you wouldn't call it a contemporary piece. You'd call it a piece of shit.
You would. Well, you hate to see it.
Yeah.
Brother, speaking of art, you come from a very artistic family, artistically talented family.
Yeah.
Brother, are you painting anything outside of shoes? And could you speak on the artistic side?
So,
love to hear it.
I'm quite possibly the least artistic person in this world. I have trouble drawing stick figures. Yeah.
That's respect.
My family is pretty musically inclined, with my sister and my mom and grandma. But my uncle is a pretty talented painter, and he has started opening galleries around Houston and has been finding quite a bit of success. It's Fletcher's Stafford Art. Give him a check out.
Fletcher's Stafford. Yeah. Shout out Fletcher.
Yeah, shout out Fletcher.
Love to see it.
Yeah, but no, he has some really cool pieces, and I got to visit with him last time I was in Houston and got to visit. I brought Will Hondrich with me. Got a piece himself.
Shout out Will.
Yeah, shout out Will Hondrich.
Shout out Will. We love you, brother.
Shout out Adam. Shout out Andrew Cayasso.
Yep. Shout out the whole squad.
The Lone Star Survivors.
Oh
man, Lone Star. Ooh-wee. What a name. What's the first immediate thought when you hear the word Lone Star?
I think of great times.
Upstairs land.
You bet your bottom dollar. We lived in the upstairs, and there was a different.
The elite society.
Well, we had the top versus the bottom. Classic old run of the mill. And good time. What a house. What a place.
Yeah.
What a
place.
Is it still standing? Did it
It's standing.
It is?
We drove by it the other day, and Adam drunkenly walked into the house while these kind people were just making dinner, and he was like, I used to live here. So we got to see the house, and it looked completely different. It was so interesting seeing the bar without the bar there. It was just a common living space.
Oh, no. Wow.
Yeah, it was clean.
Wow.
Yeah, no bar at Lone Star.
Wow. Insane. I don't even know what that wall would look like.
It was horrible.
It was horrible. It's a mess.
Yeah, that house was built to be a shithole. And the fact that people have fixed it up and put effort into restoring it.
Good for them, though.
No, it's great. It needed to either be torn down or completely remodeled.
I mean, it's a great location.
Yeah.
I mean, that's valuable land. No doubt about it.
Yeah. Waco, Texas.
Brother,
yeah,
Waco.
Real estate's going up.
Bro, Waco's going, I mean, whoo-wee, buddy. Going through the roof.
Yeah. They're one of the most visited cities in the recent years. Chip and Joanna.
Chip and Joanna put us on the map, brother.
Did you watch? Have you ever watched that show? I've still never seen it.
We got to. As Waco proponents, as Waco advocates, are we? Yeah, of course.
We root for Waco.
Yeah, I mean Baylor Nation.
Yeah, no, Baylor Nation. Baylor Nation.
I feel like Waco's a good place, and Chip and Joanna, they put us on the map. Yeah, and I seen the show.
Yeah. You think Chip and Joanna did? Yeah, I mean, there's no really arguing that.
I mean, they had Baylor football also, Baylor basketball as well. National champs.
We love that. You saw that we lost 2 recent games back to back. Horrible. It kind of needed to happen.
We're good.
It was needed.
It was tough.
Need to get humbled a little bit.
Sometimes it's good. 2 2 back-to-back, I didn't like that, though. That's tough. That's not a good look.
At the number one spot, that's the thing, and that's why Baylor gets scrutinized so often in the media, is because we can get the number one spot, but it seems as soon as we do, when we get the limelight, something happens. We'll lose to an opponent who, in no way or shape, we should have lost to them.
Yeah.
And we did that. We did that 2 weeks in a row.
We did.
It wasn't feasible, and it is why that I haven't even looked at the rankings since then. I've been too scared.
They got a good win the other night versus West Virginia.
Yeah, we need that. That's in the conference.
That's in the
conference. Wins are important,
brother. You had a recent injury of your hand. How did that occur?
So 22nd birthday.
22nd birthday.
Yeah. We're having a couple tough guy sodas, and we were feeling good. And
feeling tough?
Yeah, we were feeling extra tough that night.
Ooh, you betcha.
There was an activity we used to do. We called it stair sledding. You get a couch cushion, you get a running start, and you just slide down the stairs. It's super fun,
Stair sledding.
Stair sledding,
It's like a sled.
Yeah, you just ride down the stairs like a sled.
It's like you're in Colorado on the mountains.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't even use a pillow or anything to. Yeah, you just go down.
In Vail.
Yeah, in Vail.
Yeah. In
never been skiing.
Lake Tahoe.
This is the only sledding I've been on.
You've never been skiing?
Nope.
Wow.
Nothing like it.
Okay, back to the sledding.
So, grabbed my couch cushion.
Yep.
Got a big running start. But in my state, I didn't realize that I didn't have my hands on top of the couch cushion, but instead I had them under. Right. So I got a big running start and jumped down the stairs and landed immediately on my hand, broke my 4th metacarpal, and it took me about a week to realize it until I contacted my dad, and he said, you definitely need to go to the emergency room. And the doctors just said, why didn't you come in earlier about this?
Jeepers.
Thought it was a boo-boo.
Well, brother.
A big boo-boo.
Rugby warriors don't feel much sometimes. Numb to the pain at times. I mean,
you have to be.
You got to be.
An injury is an injury, but you're going to get hurt if you're playing a sport like that and you take it seriously, especially at a high level.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about it. No doubt about it, brother.
Red River Conference is pretty tough. It's on the uprise.
Red River Conference.
Good. Shout out to Baylor Rugby.
Shout out to Baylor Rugby. The Red River Conference has Baylor, OU, TCU, Texas Tech, LSU, Arkansas, and also, do we have North Texas?
We have North Texas now. I think we also have U of H.
We have U of H.
Not
and
confirmed.
UT.
We have UT.
We have UT. So, I mean,
Yeah.
Big time.
Got 4 big games coming up. A&M is one of them.
Brother, are you helping coach? Are you out?
Not helping coach, but still hang around with the guys. I go out. I'm going on the team retreat this week. It'll be a good time. Gotta be the activity director.
Y'all are going to Roddy Tree.
Yes, sir.
This week?
Yes, sir. Tomorrow.
Oh my goodness. I love to see it, brother.
Yeah, we gotta go to Roddy Tree at least once a year. Come on, man.
Damn, I didn't know it was this weekend.
Yeah.
That's huge. That's huge.
It's good stuff.
Brother, so scooting and booting right along to the next question of the evening. Brother, could you tell me about the Natty celebration on 10th Street? Was it something with a bonfire and the reporter and...
Oh yeah, my cameo on
Let's
the news
just walk.
segment.
Can we just walk us from the get-go on this one? What happened with the bonfire on 10th Street?
So April 5th, night of the national championship celebration, still one of the greatest nights of my life. It was truly glorious to
Baylor
see.
basketball.
NCAA, yes sir.
Yes.
And
Love to see it.
It's a phenomenal feeling when you see the team that you root for and you cheer for so long, even when they aren't in their best seasons, and they finally get a chance to go to the national championship and not only have an appearance but beat a team that was favored by such a large margin. It was one of the largest margins in NCAA history for a national championship game. People were already saying that it should have been Gonzaga versus UCLA in that rematch just because Jalen Suggs hit that three that ended the game against UCLA when they played in the Final Four. So I mean, I was hyped. I was emotional with it, and I was drinking, and we were fired up, and we went on to 10th Street, and we were. It was one of the most debaucherous scenes I've ever seen in my life.
Well, I mean, it's a national. It's your team in college, just to throw some defense your way. It's your team in college. You're at college. You're in the town of the national champions. You're having a good time.
Who's going to predict
who's not having a good time?
University, a private Baptist university, is going to go to the March Madness tournament and win the whole thing? Who would ever predict that? School of 16,000 students?
It's a good reason to celebrate.
Yeah.
Phenomenal reason to celebrate.
So, when I went out, it was on 10th Street. We saw all kinds of couches being burned. Any street you drove down, really, everything was on fire. Waco was on fire.
Why?
Because what?
Brother, why? Fucking. I hate when people burn shit for a celebration.
Now tell me why. Why do you hate when things get burned when people are celebrating?
It's dangerous.
Well, fair enough. I got injured. I got injured in it.
What more argument do I need?
Yeah. Well, have you ever been personally injured with a celebration involving a fire?
Almost. I almost had a near-death explosion experience.
Well, no, you got to tell me about it. What happened?
Okay. I was 11 years old. I was camping, and I learned what lighter fluid was. I was having some fun with it, and anyways, it got out of hand, and the canteen, top of it, lit on fire.
And what happened?
Pretty scary. So I'm like, oh, shit. I'm a little weasel. I'm a little youngster. Dad runs over, blows it out. Insane. He wasn't even in my line of sight when I was doing it. And he ran over and blew it out. And I got my ass beat. No, I didn't get my ass beat. But I got in trouble. As I should. I mean, shit, dude.
Yeah.
Bro, I mean, did I have a small pyro stage? Sure.
I feel like every boy does. I mean,
what was your pyro experience?
I mean, I fell on a burning couch, and I burned my arm pretty bad. I burned my feet pretty bad, but I got interviewed by this lady, and I still have the clip of it.
All right, run the clip.
I got pushed in the fire, but it's okay because we're national champions. Let's fucking go, baby! Shirt.
Yeah,
we all went to Walmart. Got some custom shirts.
Show the shirt. Better be subscribed. I mean, if you're subscribed, you see it.
Yeah, that's the only way you can see it. You got to get the exclusive content.
Yeah, let the people know what they need to do.
Come on, if you're not subscribed to Hamm Planet Podcast and Hamm Planet Podcast Clips, what are you doing?
What are you doing, huh?
It's 2022. You're supposed to leave the BS behind in 2021.
Get it behind. Get it behind.
Get it out of
Brother,
here.
that's bonkers. What a beauty. Brother, born in Kentucky.
Isn't that strange?
Are you Kentucky? man?
I couldn't tell you a single thing about Kentucky. I really couldn't. I couldn't tell you one thing about it.
Land of whiskey.
Yeah.
You drink the whiskey?
I can't drink whiskey.
You can't.
Yeah.
It don't work.
Too many experiences where it's just it's a good southern burn.
Whew. Brother, no whiskey, huh?
No.
None.
Not even a sip. I can't do it. It just makes me sick.
Sheesh.
Sheesh Louise.
Sheesh Louise. Brother. Okay. Louisiana. After you were born in Somerset, Kentucky, you moved to Monroe, Louisiana. How was Monroe, Louisiana? Is your hometown, sir?
Monroe, Louisiana was a pretty good town for what I recommend. From what I can remember.
Are you a Louisiana man?
I wouldn't.
How many percent? How much would you put on her? At 100% Texan and Louisiana
I put about
and Kentuckian. What would you be coming in at? You got 100%. You divide it on up. See what you got. Tell me what you got. What you got?
I'd say about 5%.
5% what?
About 5% Louisiana.
5%?
Maybe about
Okay. What about, okay,
2% Kentuckian.
then 93% Texan. I like that.
Yeah.
Love to see it. Yeah. Let's give it up, ladies and gents. Woo-wee. Brother,
What do you got for me?
brother, we have many, 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 many things for you. Brother, I'm going to read a few remarks from the old man because we were doing some research. Golden Child, Griff. Love to see it. I'm gonna do a summary. I feel like I can't read it word for word, or else I'd be, I gotta do a synopsis.
Fair enough.
Cliff notes.
Yeah, give me the Spark Notes version.
Brother, we're gonna start with football. What position did you play at St. Jesuit?
I didn't go to St. Jesuit.
St.
Straight
Thomas.
Jesuit. I went to St. Thomas. Eagle Fight never dies. Shout out to Ben Newcomb and Derek Allen.
St. Thomas, not Jesuit. What am I saying? That was a school that was a rival to mine.
So I went there.
Brother,
I went there,
yeah.
actually.
Shout out Ben. Shout out Derek. Shout out all the boys.
Yeah.
Brother, my uncle coach. Do you know Paul Hamm?
Mm-mm.
He coached golf there, I think.
I know it was Zach Hamm. Cousin.
Yeah, that's my cousin, bro. You know him? Yeah. We talked about it. Yeah. Brother, love that. Okay, what position did you play?
I played defensive end, and I played running back for a bit.
You were a unit?
Yeah. I mean, no, I was not a unit. I came into high school at like 160 pounds, which is, bigger for most high school students, but
that's
far from being big. If you're coming into high school as a unit, I would say you're at least 200 pounds. Close to it.
Yeah. Brother, I was 220.
You're 220 going into high school?
Yep.
Are you kidding me?
But I slimmed down to 190.
I mean, was this all unit, or was this a little bit of grease cake?
I was a meat horse. I was a meat horse.
Full Mustang?
I mean,
V8?
brother, I was going on 16. I was a young. I was 15. So, I mean, it can't be all muscle.
Yeah.
I was, a little fluff around the old edges. Nothing out of control, though. Nothing too major, but
Yeah, turn clay into stone.
turn clay into stone, ladies and gents. Aristotle said it. Zeus said it.
I said it.
Griffin Maat said it. Maat. Is that the give us a correct pronunciation? Run us through the
It's like Mott applesauce.
Origins.
A fun fact is that our family with the last name Mott is the only family that carries that last name.
Wow, that's a special thing, brother.
It's pretty unique.
Is extremely unique, brother.
But I've never met another person with the last name Hamm. I've seen people with the last name Hamm,
You've seen it.
but never met someone with it.
It's, brother, one of a kind. I will say, Hamm.
You know who Jack Hamm is? That NFL linebacker from the 60s?
Yeah, that's my cousin.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's my cousin.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
No. I know who you're talking about, though.
Absolute fucking unit.
I don't know. He might be my cousin.
He could be.
I'm not
Close enough.
kidding around. He could be my cousin.
He
could.
He had one M. But, you know,
okay. Then I'm dust.
No,
I might be related to Mia
They could
Hamm,
have just
though.
added an extra M afterwards.
Me and Mia Hamm. I mean, I think we're related. Been doing some math. Yep.
You heard it.
Good soccer player, right?
Who? Me?
Mia Hamm.
Mia Hamm? Who the hell is Mia Hamm?
Oh my goodness, ladies and gents.
Am I supposed to know
Ladies
who Mia
and gents,
Hamm
if
is?
you know who Mia Hamm is, go ahead and comment below. Go ahead and comment below. We appreciate her. Because that is an American. Or we'll pause for the audience. Bing bong, we're back in action. Mia Hamm, brother, is a American hero. American Olympian. American soccer phenomenon. Never heard of her?
Never. Does she play for the U.S. team?
She did.
Okay.
She did forever. Was a captain, was the whole nine. Okay,
Wow.
brother. Scooting and booting right along. Brother, you've went from crushing it, murdering it, dominating it at rugby, to now Dean's List. You're on you're a nerd now. So what's the transition been like? And I mean that in a love to see it way.
Yeah.
Might I preface?
So, rugby was my main priority from pretty much my beginning years of high school all throughout college until when I stopped playing it. And I put all priority into rugby. It didn't matter what it was. I was always working towards being a better rugby player and doing what I could do.
Hundo P.
So, whenever I got hurt after my last game, and I talked to my dad after I went to the hospital about it, and he was like, all right, there's just no shot we're going to do this anymore. And, like, you've had your run. And it was hard.
Honest approach.
Yeah,
so.
no, it was, yeah. I mean, I had to understand that he was doing it for the betterment of me. And
of course, bro.
with time, you know, you understand more and more why it has to happen sometimes. You know, shit happens.
Hundo P agree. It's hard to understand at that time.
Yeah. But, after figuring that out, it was a pretty tough time. But then I got excited about all the opportunity that I had to do moving forward because I put all of my faith into playing rugby, and I was going to go and play overseas or play in the U.S. I was going to do that at least for the next foreseeable future.
Hundo P.
Yeah. But I couldn't do that anymore, so that element was taken out. So I figured out.
Just shifted that energy.
I had to figure out what I wanted to do.
Which that energy shift is hard.
Yeah. And I didn't even have a major declared at that time. That's how involved I was. I was like, the school will get figured out. The rugby needs to be the main course of action. But, you know, it's crazy how quickly that can change whenever you're presented with a real life problem. Yeah. And sometimes
it is, brother.
It's not optional. Some things aren't optional.
Some things are not optional.
And,
That's right.
It takes,
And life will throw a curveball at you.
Mm-hmm.
And
But-
life might come up and pinch you in the ass and say, don't do this, or keep doing this, or stop doing this, or do more of this.
Yeah.
Or
I mean, you're hitting the nail on the head.
Start doing somersaults. Yeah. Who knows?
But with that, since I didn't put focus into school, like I didn't care about the grades, and I almost failed out of Baylor my freshman year, and it was horrible. It was so stress-inducing, and it was one of the most difficult times of my life to passage my way through. And grades got better progressively, but when I got injured and I had to retire that, and I put all my faith and energy into my academics, it was just the craziest transformation that I never thought would be conceivable. In 100 years, it was satisfying to know that if I was able to put forth my efforts that I did into my academics that I did into rugby, I would get the results that I thought wouldn't be attainable. And it was good, and I'm really happy about it, and I'm glad in a way that it did happen. Yeah, I'm glad that it happened. We're moving in a more stable future. And that's what we want. We just need the stable
smashing
income.
your brain, and two,
Yeah, I mean, there's a time for that.
If you're playing rugby.
There's a time for that. There's a time for where you smash your brains, you break your nose, you break some shit, and then it gets better. It's okay. It always gets better. You play through it.
I've never broken the nose.
I've had my nose reset 3 times.
Ooh-wee.
Oh, it's a bitch. It's horrible. It hurts. That's why my nose is crooked now. I have air that leaks out of one nostril. I don't have it.
You still getting brain to the noggin? Or
yeah, I'd hope so.
You still getting the oxygen to the noggin?
Yeah. Are you?
Yeah, well, yeah, you betcha. Hundo P. Good oxygen.
Need it.
All right, ladies and gents, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll see you in a sec.
See it. Love it. Love to see it. Back to the show.
Howdy there, ladies and gents. Welcome back to the good old Hamm Planet Podcast. We're happy to see you. You happy to see him?
I'm happy to see him, and I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy about the good vibes all around.
Brother, get up in the beak so we can hear you a little better.
I'm happy to be here. And I'm happy that y'all are joining us on this adventure that we call the Hamm Planet Podcast.
Hell of an adventure, I might say. Brother, scooting and booting right along. Brother, a beautiful quote that you shared with me was your life motto, and your life motto was, quote, shit happens. If you don't let it happen, you'll end up full of shit. Love it. Explain, brother.
There's variables to it. I like to think of it more as shit happens, and if you think you can stop it from happening, then you're full of shit.
Right.
And I see a lot, especially with my generation, that it's a very
Gen Z?
it's a very entitled mentality that you see a lot of people growing up, and they just think that if they put in the minimum amount of work required and they have certain connections in whatever profession they're going in, it's just going to work out for them. But people need to understand that you're going to have hardships and obstacles that you go through in life, and that is what matures you and prepares you for the real world. And those are, I mean, I'm still so far from all the experiences that I'm going to have, and but you know, if you take the why me mentality, and you don't take ownership that sometimes things are just going to not work out the way that they're supposed to, or if you feel that you've been just truly wronged in a situation, then you're never going to be able to deal with anything that comes later on in life, because it's an upward battle. You know, you get conditioned to handle the things that you handle later on in life.
You do indeed, brother. You do indeed. And going through that turmoil makes you stronger, makes you more courageous, makes you more ready for whatever life throws at you.
You got to be ready.
Builds character. Builds character.
You need character.
You need it. You love it. You love to see it. Brother, we're going to go to the Would You Rather segment. Are you fired up?
I'm fired up. This is my favorite segment. This is my favorite segment. I've been waiting for this one.
Waiting for it. Fired up. Check. Love to see it. Howdy there, folks. Here we are, and welcome to the good old Would You Rather segment on the good old Hamm Planet Podcast. Whew! We're fired up. And our first question of the night for you, Griffin, is, Griffin, would you rather lose your sight or lose your memories?
Is this immediate?
Anything outside of the question is up for interpretation. Sir.
I'll lose my sight. Because your memories are still a part of the core foundation of who you are as a person. And you
still got 5 other senses.
That's fair. I understand
Which
that.
I think I'd go the same route. This is what I'm saying.
You know, they get heightened. You know,
right.
Your body adapts. That's why Darwin favored us.
Correct.
So
only the strong survive. Darwin.
And we're the strongest.
We are. We are indeed.
The surviviest as well.
We survived, and these cheetahs, or leopards, survived as well. That's a cat and a half, I'll tell you that, ladies and gents. Scooting and booting right along to question number 2. Brother, would you rather never be able to go out during the day or never be able to go out at night?
I'd rather never be able to go out during the night. You need the vitamins from the sun. You need the sunshine. You need to be
the
up and active during the day. You can handle the dark when it's supposed to be dark.
Hindo, Pete. You need the photosynthesis.
Yeah, you need in the cellular respiration, and you need that good old chloroplast.
Vitamin D.
Yep. Yeah. All that good stuff. All that green stuff.
Brother.
All the green stuff. All the blue stuff.
Brother, you betcha. Brother, would you rather only be able to communicate in emoji or never be able to text anyone?
I feel like I could string together some good emojis.
Sorry, when it comes to the phone, that's the only way you can communicate from the phone.
No, I assume that.
Yeah.
I'd rather only use emojis. I mean, I guess you could just voice type. You could. I mean, no, you can't. You can send voice memos.
I guess the emoji keyboard is pretty advanced nowadays.
It is.
Quite right.
They got some good stuff. They got some really, really random emojis.
Very random. Yeah. What's going on there with some of the people?
There's like 2,000 of them.
Yeah. A little much. A little too much.
How many do you think?
Some are unnecessary. Some are definitely elephants.
Elephants.
We got elephants.
Good. Yeah, we got elephants. We got tigers.
Crazy shit. Okay, next question, brother.
There's a ham emoji.
I like the ham one. Brother, would you rather spend a week in the forest or a night in a real haunted house?
I'd rather spend the night in the haunted house. I've seen some recent Survivor shows. Well, you say up to my interpretation. And I think in the forest,
anything outside the question.
In the forest. Well, yeah, I'd still probably do the haunted house. I think it'd be more interesting. I think it'd be a pretty cool experience to go into a real haunted house. You go to the woods whenever you want.
Could you dust a ghost?
If I have my ghost blaster. Can I call the
I'm talking no ghost blaster. I'm talking
real
mano y mano, senor. What do you think? You got it?
Yes.
Love to see it, brother. That's what I was looking for. Brother, next question on the old list. Would you rather never eat watermelon ever again or be forced to eat watermelon with every single meal?
I'd rather eat watermelon with every single meal. It's one of my favorite fruits.
It really is.
Shout out to watermelon.
Shout out to watermelon.
You can't slander
watermelon.
Shout
out to Watermelon Jolly Ranchers, too.
What? Shout out to Jolly Ranchers.
Shout out to Jolly Rancher Company. Good people.
Boy, oh boy, Jolly Ranchers.
Jolly old Holly.
You ever try to chew one? You ever try to eat one?
Yeah,
I always did this as a kid.
Yeah, I broke multiple teeth doing that. As a child. Am I the only one? Did you?
No, I didn't break any teeth, but I mean, they would get stuck there for so long. I couldn't even remember. I'd be eating a different meal than I'd pull out a piece of a Jolly Rancher. Those were the good days.
The good old Jolly Rancher chomping days, brother. You'll love to see it. Okay, brother. Here we have last one, best one, brother. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Would you rather get trapped in the middle of a food fight or in the middle of a water balloon fight? Ba-da-ba-ba.
I guess a food fight. I think that'd be more fun.
Would you eat things thrown at you?
It depends.
That's a real question.
That was the first thing I considered about the question. Depending on what was being thrown, maybe on a good day, maybe like a chicken fried steak day, I'd be caught in the middle of the fight.
Yep.
Water balloon, you're just kind of wet and it sucks. You don't have any clothes.
Love chicken fried steak.
Love chicken fried steak.
Do you love chicken fried steak? You bet your bottom dollar you do.
Peter.
Oh, yeah.
Would you rather fight
Okay, here we
an
go.
exact copy of yourself who knows all of your moves
Okay.
and mimics them? Or would you rather fight an exact copy of yourself who has a completely different moveset than you?
The one that I know.
But then he also knows what you know.
I know. I mean,
So you know that he knows what you know.
right. I feel like
But do
we'd
you
just be
know
like,
about what he knows about what he knows about you?
Yeah, I feel like we'd come to a mutual agreement and be like, yeah, we I mean, what are we doing here? Like, can we just go chill? Let's go send it on a podcast.
No.
What kind of
That is
What kind of
outside the
moment
scope.
like this happens?
You're fighting him. You're fighting him.
player one?
Round one.
Fight. Yeah, brother. No, I'd go against the same.
I understand.
The thing just would have to go on with more intensity, which would be
Wouldn't he think the same thing?
well, that's the thing. Whoever could get higher, get like higher intense
Yeah. Higher intensity. Yep. Yeah. Shout out to intensity.
on the intensity spectrum.
Shout out to the big vitamin S.
Yo, I would need like a 99 Madden intensity rating to beat,
Talking Canton greats.
Yeah, the whole Hall of Fame special,
Oh yeah.
brother. Bonus question.
I wasn't ready for this.
Bonus. Brother, would you rather live in a treehouse or live inside of a cave?
I'd rather live in a treehouse. I'm assuming I'm in a backyard.
A treehouse, brother?
A treehouse, brother.
Brother, where's this treehouse? In a tree. In a tree is the answer. In a tree. In a tree. Of course. That was a question for the audience.
I hope I'm never on Jeopardy. That'd be so stress-inducing.
Jeopardy's probably fun. Jeopardy's probably a hoot and a half.
Yeah, I bet so. It seems like fun. Go on any kind of game show would be fun,
Absolutely.
If you could go on any game show, what would you pick?
Probably Deal or No Deal, just because I think Howie Mandel's a beauty.
Wouldn't let you shake his hand?
Oh, I know he's. Yeah.
You think that's why he has
I'm
no
not
hair?
trying to touch him.
Yeah.
I don't need to touch it. I don't need. I'm good on touching Howie Mandel, but I'll be on the show. The show's a great idea, honestly.
No, it is. I think it's cool.
Honestly, to think about how they made a show out of hot women, beautiful ladies, carrying suitcases with numbers, and someone just has to pick a random number. I mean, it's
genius.
And it's Howie Mandel as a host. I mean, who would have thunk it? That's a genius. Yeah, it's
Who
genius.
would have thunk it?
It's incredible. So shout out Howie Mandel. Hello, guy. Good guy. Good guy, brother. Okay, brother. So we're just going to tap back into our questions from the beginning of the podcast. NFL playoffs. Rams versus Tampa. Quick picks. You have
I Rams versus Tampa. I got Tampa.
Tampa. Then we have Packers versus Niners. You have
Packers.
Then we have in the AFC Titans versus Bengals, and you have
Bengals.
And next we have the Chiefs versus the Bills, and you have
Chiefs. And that's 100% on all of them.
Chiefs. So then we're gonna have Tampa Bay versus the who'd you say? Packers, Niners
Versus the Packers. The Packers.
So Packers in the Super Bowl, and then we're gonna have Bengals versus Chiefs. So we're gonna have Chiefs versus
Packers.
Tampa. Packers. You said. I think Tom Brady's gonna take the cake. I'll say it now.
I can't. I hesitate on any of my opinions about this just because every time I've ever bet against Tom Brady, I've been
really
shut
hard
down.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's Tom Brady in the playoffs. So there's Tom Brady during the normal season.
Right, different guy.
Still super 44-year-old stud.
Yeah, hound.
Looking fresh out of college. But this is Tom Brady in the playoffs. He knows it better than anyone, and he knows it better than anyone ever will.
Yep.
So I just don't think Aaron Rodgers can be stopped this year if he just plays how he normally has been. He still has Devontae Adams, and they have a pretty stellar defense.
Yeah.
I think
Valid point.
I think they have very similar teams, but I just think that Aaron Rodgers has the edge this year. He's thrown 4 interceptions all
So who
year.
wins the bowl?
Packers are taking it all the way this year. You heard it here on Hamm Planet Podcast.
Cha-ching! Hit the cash register. Hey, brother, you pick the Packers. I pick good old Tommy Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think they're going to win the Super Bowl.
It's either going to be the Packers or Tampa. There's no other way around it. It's either Packers or Tampa.
Love to see it, brother. Love to see it.
Should have been the boys.
Not going to go up that alley, brother. Not going to go up that alley.
We only discuss good vibes on the podcast.
Dallas Cowboys, next year's our year, baby. You heard it here first. Brother, any words to the people on this mighty fine Texas evening?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are geared up, we are fired up, we are riled up, and we are ready for this upcoming year. You need to stay tuned in for what's coming up on Hamm Planet Podcast. You need to check your subscriptions every day. You need to be subscribed to the emails. You need to be sharing on Facebook. You need to meet us on eBay, Yahoo, AOL, Facebook, MySpace, anything space. You get on the Hamm Planet Podcast and you share, because when you share, you show that you care.
Sharing is caring. Love to see it. Anything outside of the love for the podcast? Brother, appreciate that big time. Much love.
For sure.
No doubt. Any other words to the ladies and gentlemen out there? Any words of encouragement or advice or anything? Anything.
All I can say, Peter Hamm, thank you for having me on the podcast. It's been the time of a lifetime. And looking forward to a good 2022. And sick 'em Bears and sick 'em Baylor Bears.
Look
and
at that bear.
Baylor Rugby. And that's perfect timing. And that's why it lines up like this sometimes.
Wow, what an absolute beauty, ladies and gents! If you're watching right now, we have a massive bear sprinting in the background of our video, and you love to see it. You really do, brother. Where can we find you on Insta?
Griffin_Maat.
At Griffin_Maat, and that is spelled. Just give us the old
Last name Maat, Maat.
Love to see it. Griff, how you feeling?
Feeling ready, brother.
Brother, love to see it. Brother,
Always ready.
Love to see it. I think as two Baylor Rugby brothers, two great friends, two Lone Star legends, it's always a distinguished honor to share the mic with you, brethren. And we got another episode in the future, no doubt about that.
Was my pleasure. Can't wait to be back.
Can't wait. All right, ladies and gents, 2020, we're back in action. We're fired up. If you enjoyed tonight's episode, make sure to share it with your mom, dad, uncle, brother, sister, best friend, girlfriend, anything. Share it. Because no one can ever overdose on the good vibes. And we are fired up for a great year. We love you. Have a great day. Have a great morning. Have a great afternoon. Have a great evening. Adios.
Adios.